An initiative on Long Island in New York combines summer beach vacations with Sunday Mass. Beach Catholic is a collaboration of 3 parishes that combine to celebrate a Sunday Mass in the sand and sea. Now in its 11th year, the movement draws hundreds of faithful to Mass every Sunday in the summer in Long Beach, New York. One parishioner says the setting is a reminder of the beauty of God that surrounds us. Amid concerns over wearing flip-flops or beach attire to Mass, the idea of Mass at a beach can be off-putting to many Catholics. The Long Island clergy and faithful say maintaining reverence at the beach service is a major consideration, and that the Masses are fully approved by their ordinary. For more, we're joined by Father Brian Barr, a priest in the Diocese of Rockville Centre, New York, and one of the celebrants of the Beach Catholic Sunday Masses. Father Brian, thank you so much for being with us. How did this and why did this initiative start?
Thanks. Well, it started about 11 years ago. I became pastor down here in Long Beach just about 2 weeks before Hurricane Sandy hit and kind of devastated the area. And then, as a result of that, we kind of came together, I'd say, in kind of unique ways. The community, the parish community, started meeting up with groups of people from the parish, kind of in a social context, kind of like wine and cheese party type thing, and where I was able to just ask people questions, and they were able to kind of, talk about the parish and what they thought the parish needed, and changes and pluses and minuses. And from that, I actually just asked, we live 4 blocks from the ocean, and I had asked, do we ever have Mass on the beach? And people said, not really. I mean, they didn't really have any memory of it. Once a year, the school would have a Mass in September, but nothing on a regular basis. So I said, what would you think about that? Maybe trying to get that happening more often. They love the idea. And then a committee was formed, and then from that, we probably about the following year we got it going. We got permits from the city of Long Beach to allow us to be on the beach, and then kind of the rest is history.
That's beautiful. It's a wonderful
kind of
story.
Kept rolling. It is. It's really been a great experience. People love it. I love it. It's a big team effort. It takes a lot. You're gathering hundreds of people on the beach. You need to have a sound system that's going to accommodate that. I'm lucky. I have a great crew of very tech savvy people, so they make it happen. Great music. It's been a really awesome experience.
Do you get reactions from non-Catholics who witness Mass and ask questions?
I do. Usually positive, not always positive. We've had, this would have been earlier on. We don't really get this so much anymore. But we had some people just sort of objecting, kind of, they were interpreting as church state, breaching of the two. But that seems to have kind of settled down. And if anything is positive, I think people just, it's common to have people, they'll be riding their bike along the boardwalk, they'll be going for a run, they're just hanging out there, see the crowd, they'll stop, they're kind of curious, and then, they just, if they're non-Catholic or non-Christian, I'd say they're just pleasantly curious, and those who are Catholic, they're just like, oh, this is great, and there's some really, really, really great stories of people, letters I've gotten over the years, people saying, I didn't even know about this. I talked to a guy not too long ago. He said his mother had died a few weeks prior, and he hadn't really been church connected for a long time, and he was struggling with the death of his mother. And somebody here in town said, you ought to think about coming down to this Mass, and he did, and he has never looked back. He's a daily communicant. Like, it's like a crazy success story. Somebody who wasn't even going on Sundays and now is active. He's a leader in a couple of ministries. So I'm just like, how do you argue with that?
It's a beautiful impact. We're hitting this 1-year mark since the National Eucharistic Revival, where we had processions all around the country. Is this also part of that witness? Do you feel like there's a reinvigoration of the purpose for a Mass like this that really brings our Lord and the Eucharist out in the open to the people?
Yeah, I think so. I think so. Again, you've got. I mean, this has been great. We've had three Sundays now to kick off the summer, and they've all been. The lowest number was about 1,000 people. I think we had 1,200, 1,300. You know, you get 1,000 people kneeling in the sand during the Eucharistic prayer. You know, and down here it's a beach town, so the boardwalk is like Broadway. I mean, everybody comes here, so there is just a undeniable public dimension to this. Yeah, does it mean that everybody who walks by is inspired? No, but more than a few have been. And the fact that the numbers have kind of steadily increased, I think says, yeah, it's something good is really happening.
Something good is certainly happening. Thank you so much, Father Brian Barr from the Diocese of Rockville Centre, New York, and one of the celebrants of the Beach Catholic Sunday Mass on Long Island. Thank you so much for your witness.
Thank you.